Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm here to share all the polishes that I wore in November with you. I'm not sure how many I wore total. I'm thinking I wore one every day, but I'm not sure. Maybe not. Anyway, I did wear a lot of them. I tried to do one every day, like I said, but I think I might have missed a couple of days. So anyway, let's just get started. This first one is by OPI and it's called Turn on the Northern Lights. I'm sorry, I can't talk. This is a royal blue to navy blue base with a lot of shimmer, and the shimmer is sort of shifty. I did 2 coats in the picture that you're seeing right now. I gotta say, the shimmer is definitely a lot stronger in real life. I don't know why it didn't translate onto, not onto the nail, but like the picture didn't capture it or whatever. I'm not sure why. And also, you can see a bit of, I don't want to say nail line, but a bit of unevenness, I want to say, between my nail bed and the free nail. That's not really there in real life, so that's just under my lights. So yeah, like I said, 2 coats. I did wear a similar polish back in somewhere in the summer, I think maybe in May. I didn't get around to do like a comparison picture, but they are pretty close. So yeah. Next we have a really pretty shifty polish. This is Abundance by I Love Nail Polish. For this picture I did 2 coats just normally, and then I sponged one on top of that because this does have some significant brush strokes, which they're not too bad, but I just wanted to sponge one on over top. So yeah, this is definitely opaque in 2 coats if you don't want to do that extra coat on top. Yeah, it's really pretty. It is definitely a bit shifty. It's not as strong as some of their other like multi-chrome polishes, but it's still pretty. And I thought this was perfect for November. Next up we have one by Essence. This was from their advent calendar, I'm thinking 4 to 5 years ago now. It was a while back, so I'm not sure if you can get your hands on this any other way. But anyway, this is called From Me to You. And this is really interesting, like brick red, but then it also has a bit of pink in there. It's really hard to pick out the exact color. I did find a similar polish by OPI, but I can't remember what it's called now. I don't know. I really don't remember. But yeah, it's really, really pretty. I did 2 coats and it was perfectly fine. Yeah, I do really like this one, even though I'm not usually a fan of these types of colors, but this one's really pretty. Next we have another Scattered Holographic by Dance Legend. I showed 2 of them, I think, in my last video. This one is called Victory Day, and this is a sort of reddish brown to brown Scattered Holographic. I did have to do 3 coats for this one. These Scattered Holographics are sort of buildable, I want to say. I don't want to call them sheer because they're supposed to be layered or supposed to be, yeah, built up. So yeah, like I said, I don't mind doing 3 coats with these. They're really pretty. They're not difficult to remove or anything like that. Yeah, I really like this one. Next we have one by Revlon. This is from their perfumery line. I think I featured one of these in September, I think it was. This is called Autumn Spice, and this definitely smells really, really nice. Yeah, it's almost like a blend of cinnamon and cloves and I don't know. I mean, Autumn Spice is pretty much a good description of what it smells like. So yeah, this is really shimmery and really pretty. I did 2 coats and it was perfectly opaque. Next we have another sparkly one. Oopsie. This is Leggy Legend by Essie. This was a really big hit a couple of years ago. I'm thinking 2 years maybe. This is like a shimmery, brassy color. I don't know. I have a hard time distinguishing between these colors, but yeah, it's really pretty. It has a really nice formula. I did 2 coats, and yeah, I don't think I had any trouble with the formula. I do have to say that your skin sort of sparkles once you take it off, so you might have to go over it a second time, but it's nothing terrible. Next, we have a repeat. This is by Different Dimension, and this is from the Hamilton collection. This is called Fan the Spark into a Flame. Now, what's interesting is that when I did my first swatch picture of this, I said I only needed 1 coat. I believe this was back in May. I think it must have been in May. You know, I said that I only needed 1 coat and it was amazing and whatever. This time I needed 3, and I'm thinking maybe it was because of my new setup that it just showed me the imperfections this time. Because I think I recall the last time I did this, I did it in natural sunlight, and apparently that didn't show the imperfections. So yeah, I did 3 coats for this one, but still, that's pretty decent. I'm gonna insert my flash picture here because it is very, very sparkly. So I figured it out. It has these ultra chrome, like flaky type things. Then it has a linear holographic and a scattered holographic. So there's just tons in here. Like, this has everything. And it just goes really well together. I actually noticed that when you're in low light, it just looks like a chrome polish. It looks really reflective and really shiny, and I love this polish. Next we have sort of a palette cleanser. This is by Catrice, and it's called Sweet Macaron Sin. This is basically just a darker nude polish. It might be a bit on like the caramel side. I don't know. Again, I have a hard time describing these types of colors, but yeah. This was really good. I only needed 2 coats for this, which, I don't know, I think I mentioned this either last month or in September, that I'm always shocked if a nude has a good formula, because I just had too many bad ones. But yeah, like I said, 2 coats and it was perfect. And then I layered a topper over it. This is by Sephora. I don't know if Sephora makes polishes anymore, and I don't know if they make these polishes anymore, but this one is called It's Friday Night. This is a black glitter topper with gold with gold glitters in there too. It's a really interesting polish. I really like it. You definitely have to sort of do a thicker coat of top coat over it, because these diamond glitters tend to sort of stick up a little bit. Some of them can curl up if you don't use top coat, so definitely do that. But like I said, I don't know if this is still available anywhere. The next up, we have a really, really pretty purple. I didn't think I would like this as much as I did. This is by Trended Up. This, like I said, is a purple. This is actually a matte polish, as you can see from my bottle shot here. I didn't like the matte finish because it wasn't 100% matte. It was sort of one of these semi-matte, rubbery finishes. I don't know, I just didn't like it. You can always put on a matte topper over this one and it's gonna be fine, but I didn't like it, so I just put on a glossy topper. I did have to do 3 coats for this one, so that might be a deal breaker if you're looking for a purple like this. But I didn't mind because it did dry pretty fast because it is a matte polish. I feel like matte polishes tend to dry quicker, at least when they're done right. But yeah, that was pretty. Next we have a bow polish. Polish? Is it bow polish or just bow polish? I don't know. This is called Abandoned. This is really hard to describe. I'm not sure how to describe the base polish here, or the base color. It's like an eggplant, but it also has brown and it just looks really dark, so I don't know. Maybe a dark brown, I think that describes it pretty well. Then there is a scattered holographic in here, and then there are also two types of flakies. There are the like coppery red ones, and then there are blue ones. I really like this polish. I did have a hard time capturing the flakies in here, but that tends to happen with me and flakies. I don't know why, but I have a hard time doing that. But yeah, I really like this one. I did 3 coats. I'm not sure if I mentioned that. Because the base is slightly jelly/crelly-ish, but again, I didn't mind. Next we have a polish by a brand that I've never heard before. This brand is called Organic Glam. I didn't find them on Instagram. I didn't find anything about them, pretty much. I picked this polish up, I think it was in TK Maxx. Yeah, I think it was just there, and I was like, oh, it's a brown sparkly polish, I might as well pick it up. So I did. But yeah, like I said, I don't know if this brand exists anywhere, or I don't know what's going on. Anyway, this is called Dorothy, which is also an odd name for a brown polish, but you know, whatever. This is, yeah, it's pretty much just a sparkly brown polish that has a bit of green in there too. It's really interesting. I did need 3 coats to get this opaque, but I don't know, I like the result. It's interesting. It's very interesting. And again, I have no idea about the brand, so yeah. Next up we have another old favorite. This is by Essie, and it's called Plain Koi. This is just stunning. I love this polish. I love this color. It's just perfect. I did have to do 3 coats with this, but I didn't mind. I really didn't. I really love this polish. I wore it a couple times already, but I never swatched it, meaning I never took a picture and stuff. But yeah. And I saw this polish in a lot of on a lot of different people's hands, if that makes sense. A lot of people posted this polish in November, so yeah. 3 coats, I think I said that. I did layer something over it. This is the NYC Top of the Gold Top Coat. It doesn't really have a different name, so yeah. I did 1 coat over Plain Koi, and this is what it looks like. It's definitely an interesting topper, because it's sort of semi-transparent, and I had a bit of a hard time capturing it because it was sort of a bit see-through, but I don't know, this is the best I could do. Next we have another one from the Revlon perfumery line. This is called Chocolate Truffle. This definitely smells like chocolate. It smells like dark chocolate, and I love it. I did 2 coats for the picture here. Yeah, no complaints whatsoever. It is very dark, so it might look black in certain lighting, but the smell is just perfect. Like, generally, I love the perfumery polishes because they really do smell really nice. So, yeah. Next, I wore another old favorite. I wore a lot of old favorites this month. This is by OPI, and it's called My Private Jet. I've had this polish for, let me think, about 3 years. Yeah, I think it was 2015 that I picked this one up. And I've since learned that there are different versions of this polish. There are the linear holographic version, or is, whatever, I can't speak today, like I said. And then there's one with a pink flash, and then there's the one that I have, which has like a coppery flash to it. I don't know why they keep changing this polish, but I do like this version. I obviously only have this one, but I really liked it. I did 2 coats. and it was opaque, and yeah, I like the scattered holographic shimmer in here. It's very subtle, but it's really pretty, in my opinion. Then next, I wore a pretty recent purchase. I might do a haul of this order because I did order some stuff online. This is by Different Dimension, and it's called Let's Get Basted. I really like this one. I like the name, and I like the polish a lot. This is basically a taupe linear holographic. I really like this one. I really, really do. The holographic in here is definitely not super strong, but I still like it. I did 2 coats here. You might be able to tell from this picture in particular that my outer fingers, I mean technically, I don't know, I don't want to get into this, but I just angled my light differently this time, so it looks like it's not even, but it totally is. So yeah, 2 coats, I think I said that, and I really like this one. And then for Thanksgiving, I wore Orly's Space Cadet. I personally don't celebrate Thanksgiving because I'm not from the US, but I still wanted to do something. I don't know why, but I thought this polish would be perfect. This is a really interesting polish. Just from looking at it here in my swatch picture, you wouldn't be able to tell that this is actually in a green base. It's like a green jelly base with a ton of these like color shifting flakies or color changing flakies, whatever they're called now. And I think it's beautiful, basically. You can see the shift better in the second picture that I'm gonna show you right now. It's very shifty, actually. I just really like this one. I think it's definitely an underrated polish. I personally love it. I love all my Orly polishes. Again, I don't have a lot of them, but the ones that I do have, I really like. So yeah, I'm not sure if I mentioned that I did need 3 coats for this one, but that is because of the nature of the polish. But yes, still I liked it. Next, I wore my first KBShimmer polish, which I purchased in the same order as that Different Dimension one that I showed you. This is #SquadGhouls. I have been seeing this polish everywhere, and I really wanted to pick it up. And Hypnotic Polish finally stocked KBShimmer, so I could finally pick it up. And I just love it. I love it to bits. I did do 3 coats here. I feel like the base wasn't 100% opaque on the first 2 coats, but it's super pretty. I love the addition of those opalescent glitters. But a piece of advice, definitely use a peel-off base coat with this one. I didn't, and I'm still finding these glitters everywhere. They do sort of stick to the skin around your nails and your nails, so, you know, that's something to think about. Then next, I've started going into Christmas polishes. This is China Glaze's Little Drummer Boy, and this is a 1-coater. I didn't expect this to be a 1-coater, but it definitely is. It's a beautiful, dark, muted blue, and it's shimmery too, so I really like it. And then from that same collection, I think, is Peace on Earth. This is more of an olive green, slightly lighter than an olive green, shimmery polish. I did 2 coats for this one. This one is also one of those polishes that sort of gets everywhere once you take it off. It's very shimmery, and the shimmery particles, they just sort of want to stick around. But I still liked it. Then this is something that I don't do a lot, but I just wore a straight up red cream polish. This is by Essence, and it's called Do You Speak Love? I did need 3 coats for this polish, which sort of surprised me because it's just a standard red, but you know, whatever. Also, I think my cuticles are a bit stained from this polish, but That's what happens with red polishes. Next I wore another repeat. I wore this in March. This is by Colors by Llarowe and it's called That Little Green Monster. This is a forest green linear holographic polish. I just really like this one. I wore this a lot this week, or this month, I'm sorry, this month, because this is basically what I had on all 10 fingers, and then I would just sort of switch out my swatching hand. So I had this on my right hand, so I wore this a lot. I did 2 coats for this one. I really liked it. It didn't stain me at all, which is great. And yeah, it's just a really pretty polish. The next we have another very, very brushstrokey polish. This is by Essence as well. This is called I Still Believe in Santa Claus. This is a sort of platinum, white gold, what's it called? Chrome polish, thank you. Yeah, I did 1 coat and then I sponged on the 2nd coat, and that sort of gives this stippled look. This is a really, really bad polish when it comes to being streaky and being brushstrokey. I would never ever wear this without sponging on the last coat. So yeah, definitely keep that in mind if you can still pick it up. But I think this was also from a limited edition a couple years ago, so yeah. The next one we have a disappointing polish. This is by Catrice and it's called Keep Me, I'm Cute. I really wanted to love this polish, I really, really did, but it's just so sheer. This is like a sparkly, like glitter bomb, basically. It's pearly, but it also has these holographic glitters and shimmer and everything, but it just does not get opaque. The picture that you're seeing here is 3 coats, and you can still see my nail line pretty well, so I don't know. I wouldn't personally use this as a topper because it's too dense for that, I think. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with this one. And then lastly, we have a really, really pretty one. I really like this one. This is Bonfire by Misslyn. Wow, this is just a really pretty dark red with a slight brown tinge to it. With this one I did 2 coats, I think. Yes, I did. And I just really love this. I think it looks great on my nails, if I do say so myself. Yeah, I love the formula. It's shimmery, but it's not brush strokey, so I really love this one. So yeah, that is it for this month's video. I think I'm gonna do a haul in the next 1 or 2 weeks, and then I'm gonna go into Christmas mode and hopefully share a few designs with you, if I can come up with any, because yeah, I haven't been very inspired lately. I haven't been doing a lot of nail art or anything, so we'll see how it goes. But anyway, make sure to follow me on Instagram. It's at nailartgonecrazy. It's on the screen right now. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it, and make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.